it's different when I'm out there on the field. It's a little bit of an arrogance I have out there. Like, you know, if I'm gonna throw a pitch and you're gonna stare at me or do something, then, you know, I have this arrogance where it's like, then, you know, you're gonna get something in the back, or you're gonna get something from me that you're not gonna like. So, you know, show me some respect and you'll get some respect from me. But if you don't, then, you know, I'm the one with the baseball. So.
Yeah, it's an interesting game that goes on out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been in high school. I was always a kid. Like, you know, there's times when sometimes you have to hit a guy on purpose, and it's usually the guy that's, you know, arrogant and throwing his bat and talking trash and doing stuff to other coaches and stuff. And I put my hand up, like, I'll be the guy to hit him. Like, it's fine. That doesn't bother me.
Right.
If he needs to get hit, I'll hit him. So, I mean, in high school, growing up, I've always been the kid that, you know, if you deserve to get hit, you're going to get hit.
Right.
And I mean, I've been on the other end of the stick where I've been talking trash and I'm going up the bat and I'm carrying my bat and I don't need the bat because I know I'm going to go get hit.
Yeah.
So I stand in there and boom, I get hit. And then the next inning, that same guy gets hit. And, you know, it's just growing up. It's all fun. I mean, it's a little bit different now because, I mean, these are grown men.
Yeah.
I go and hit a guy on purpose, it's going to cause some trouble. Then it was like, you know, it was just trash talk. It was here and there. And
right.
Kids will be kids, I guess.
Right. And when, you know, that process of playing through the summer and developing, when did school start paying attention to you?
You know, it never stopped. I was never one for the books. I did it all. I got really good grades. I think in high school I had like a 3.7, 3.8.
Okay.
The only reason I had good grades was so I could play baseball, and it was all, you know, if you don't get good grades, you don't get the grades, you're not going to play baseball. If you don't get a academic scholarship to a school, you know, you're not going to play baseball unless you get an athletic, and who's to say if you will or not? So it's like, do something that you can control now, and basically what it was school. I can control what I do in school, so school was always an interest, and then when I get into college, it's harder. It's a little bit different. You actually have to do the work. You have to study.
Yeah.
But then you also have this job, which was baseball. You have that. As soon as class is over, you're at the baseball field. You're putting in work. You're running. You're throwing. You're lifting. You're doing weights. You're getting home at like 10:30. You have to do homework. You have to eat. So it became another process. And to me, that whole process of, oh, man, I have homework, it killed school for me. But I knew I had to do it to play. And, you know, you find yourself laid up at night doing your work and just so you can be up the next morning to play baseball.
Yeah.
So it's a love-hate relationship, I guess.
Yeah. Was it a shock to your system at all?
I'm sorry, what?
Was it a shock to your system initially?
Not really. I think it all went pretty smoothly, relatively speaking. There was kids out there that, you know, definitely had it tougher or easier than I did, and they couldn't handle the pressures or situations. So, I mean, I think there was no shock involved or anything. It was just, you know, I knew what I had to do, and I knew what the life was like. And I also had a brother and sister, you know, that were at college, and they did the whole college thing. My brother was at Arizona State. My sister, she went to the University of Arizona for a little bit. She didn't like it. She went to the University of Phoenix and got her degree in accounting there. So, I mean, I knew basically what to expect, what kind of work and everything. So.
Wow. What did you major in?
Right now, I am majoring in criminal justice and criminology.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of reading.
Yeah, I figure, you know, it's a good place to go into. My mom's a U.S. Marshal. My dad was in the Air Force, so, I mean, I got some kind of military and law enforcement background, so.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind, you know, being in SWAT or something, so, or being a detective or anything like that, so. Yeah. Sounds something I love to do.
A new SWAT team member with a baseball.
Yeah. Take them out long range.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then, so you're playing at ASU. What's that experience like? Your first game? How was that?
Oh, we have our first game. It's at 7 o'clock. I'm not expecting to throw because I had recently gone through like an eye exam and stuff, and I was still waiting for my contacts because the lights here, they definitely play to our advantage because we practice in them, so we get to know what they're like. So anybody else that comes, they always say, they can't see. No one can see. They can't see the pop-ups.
Yep.
They can't. So I was on the mound, and I couldn't see the pitcher's hand.
Wow.
Or the catcher's hand given. I couldn't see his fingers, let alone his hand even moving. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So they had to go to a touch sequence where I'm either counting or seeing what he's touching just so I can get the call.
Yep.
So the first game's out there. It's a night game. My coach comes to me after the game. He's like, and I'm dying. I want to get in so bad because it's the first game. It's everything, and my adrenaline's pumping. And coach tells me, we were gonna put you in, but you can't see anything. So that Sunday, that game was on a Friday. I got my first inning in. The last inning, I closed the game out. It was like 13-1 or something like that. I went in the ninth inning and had a 1-2-3 inning. But I didn't have a 1-2-3 inning. I hit my first batter, and then after that it was 1-2-3. So I got the nerves out of the way. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna hit this guy, get it out of the way, get the nerves out. But no, I hit him on a 1-2 slider, which I wasn't very happy about. But after that, it was basically a smooth ride. You get the first inning out of the way, but it was crazy. I mean, my dad was extremely proud because we've all been Arizona State fans. So my mom's crying, my sister's crying, my uncles are up there. My brother's pretty teary-eyed. He's choked up too because it's just all the hard work and all the dreams that I've had. It all came to be in that one inning.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of emotion. I mean, I didn't really realize it until afterwards. I kind of just went into the game. It's another game. Went pitched, and then afterwards I was like, whoa, that was it. That was my dream. I just did it. And
yeah.
So then it was like, now I'm on cloud 9, and then after I had got my one inning in, I'm an Arizona State Sun Devil. Now it was like I want to be one of the best who's ever been playing here. So it was a whole new challenge, a whole new dream once that dream was achieved.